Okay, everyone, I want to go over what a protocol is because I make the teas, of course, specifically for your circumstance. And sometimes I say you need a tea or you need a protocol. So let me tell you what a protocol could look like. So I have some people who have problems with their immune system. And for those people, they may need my immunity, right? This is an immune support tea. In addition to that, they might need a protocol such as this soap, which this is our turmeric glow. This has turmeric and sea moss, which has a lot of nutrients. And when you're deficient in different nutrients, your immune system doesn't function well. Or they might need the tea and the actual sea moss gel that I make. That might be part of a protocol. It just depends on what they have going on. A protocol might include certain foods that they have to avoid or certain days that they have to do a fast for cleansing. It depends on what they have going on. If they have, like in my case, a blood clot, then they might need the Flow Fire tea and they might need a combination of teas for blood clots. And then they might also have to do the fast so that your body can eat the blood clot. Or if you have a cyst or lymph, you might have to take another tea. I have a lymph tea. I have the Flow Fire tea, also helps with that. And then I also have, if a person has a viral infection and they want to increase the ability of their immune system to function, they might have to use my lemongrass based tea, right? It just depends on what they have going on. And if I'm having them use that, I may also have them use one of the soaps that calm your skin, such as the oatmeal cream bar soap, which soothes your skin while you're going through this inflammatory response. And I know when I mention this that people with lupus will understand what I'm saying because your skin can be on fire when you're in the flare up of lupus and you want to find a way to relieve that. So they might have to use the oatmeal cream bar in addition to drinking the tea. For those of you who have inflammation problems, and this is my personal jar, that's why it looks like this. This is the turmeric and ginger spice, which I actually make for myself, and it's almost gone. And then I'm going to make some more. But I make that into a tea for my clients as well. And then you might have to use this. This tea here is the Aura Glow, but this has turmeric and kojic acid because for those of us who have these inflammatory responses, our skin breaks out, right? So those with lupus, we have skin breakouts, and you might have to use these to go ahead and try to keep that from being too much of a problem. When I have clients who can't sleep, I have them use, and this is my own personal can, Calm Your Ass Down tea. Now, I have renamed this to Serenity tea, but it's the same formula. Calm your ass down, which is what you need to do. And this is my own. Um, when people see I have stuff like this, they're like, oh, I want a canister like that. Well, you have to pay for that canister. I don't ship in this, but this is my personal supply, right? Just like this is my personal supply of magnesium oil. So if a person is having problems sleeping, because when you have lupus, your sleep cycles get all messed up. So I have a protocol, which is the tea and the magnesium oil spray. That combination gives you really good sleep, gives me really good sleep, which is why I use it, right? And I had a client who was like, oh man, I'm sleeping so well, I don't want to get up. I was like, yeah, that's kind of the point, is to restore the sleep. And there's so many things that go on in the body to disrupt the sleep, but I just want to go take a moment and tell you guys what a protocol would look like. I I include things like all my soaps and things of that nature are, yeah, they're to benefit your skin, but they're also to use the skin as a method, a tool, a vector for healing, a way to get things in your body to help you heal. And of course, look good, because people are always, they're like, your skin is so beautiful. I'm like, thank you, you're natural. Thank you, I appreciate it. How does your skin look good? These things help, but also the tea, because I don't like being in pain. I don't like waking up in pain, and I have to drink tea for that. So when I do consultations with my clients, I go through a series of questions to figure out what they need. I am not a one size fits all. So my teas, I might start with a basic formula and I might modify it for you, because you'll notice that some of my teas say do not use if pregnant, because I use peppermint in some of my teas as a flavoring. Peppermint can cause a problem for pregnant women. So I can modify a tea, a recipe that I've created to not have that. And then that's when I make what I call the Tasanis for you, like Monica's Tasanis, Shell's Tasanis, Leah's Tasanis, Mama's Tasani. And so those are special things that I've made for specific people. And then I give it their name so that I'll know if they come back later on and they need the recipe, I can use that. But it starts from like the basic of the teas that I have. And just a side note, someone asked me how many different teas do I use. I have about 40. I don't use all those every day. It's about 40, maybe 44. But I have some that I use for specific things. Like I have ashwagandha that I can use in a soap, right? It's a calming, relaxing, anti-anxiety type thing. I don't drink that every day because I drink my other tea that does not have ashwagandha in it. I have different things, right? I have a brain tonic because, right, those of us with lupus, you can have the brain fog when you have lupus flare. Well, I don't drink that every day. I drink that if I feel like my brain is a little foggy. Okay, so that was just a little information about protocols. I hope you guys enjoyed this information. I think I might put this on my website, a link to these videos on my website, just so that you'll be able to look at this whenever you have a question about what a protocol is, or something about my soaps or things like that. And I'll make another one just tell you about the spiritual services. All right, so the website again is www.figghealing.com. Do not be dismayed if you don't see some things listed. You know that some of my services are only offered based on referrals, so they exist, but I don't have them on the site. All right, talk to you later.